Hello guys, I'm Ryan Lutfi from Hilltone Programming Group. I'm here for introducing a new framework for ASP.NET MVC. ASP.NET Unique Architecture or AUA is a fabulous framework for developing web softwares which are based on ASP.NET MVC. Before starting and introducing this framework, I have to tell you why we should go and search for these frameworks. After that, we go for ASP.NET Unique Architecture. When in the first stage your business is not that much known, you can manage it. And when your business progress and some new feature add to it, the complexity of that will increase and you can control it. And also, when you change a part of that, other parts can match with it. And I mean, even if you are an experienced one, you can manage these difficult problems. When you have an incorrect structure or a dirty code, be sure that the disarray will decrease the team's efficiency and even tend that to zero. After a few time, your team is going to have objection and they don't obey you, and they are not willing to develop this despicable code. The team forced to request for rewrite. When the team starts rewriting, after a few time somebody will leave the team and somebody will join to your team. And again after a time those who join request for rewrite. It means you put this process in loop. Why? Because you don't have a structure, your product doesn't have quality, and being done the action was important for you. Never you had looked the body's code to know even how did he or she wrote it. Look here, coder is different with programmer and also developer. Coder is somebody who code a task or job or code. The different state is not important for him. Just having result in that second is important for him. But it's not about programmer. Programmer has a structure. He has algorithms, he has data structured, and his code has generality. But developer, in addition to cover programmer and coder, has methodology. His product has high range of quality, not like uncoordinated work of programmer and coder. When you change a part, it doesn't match other part. You'll ask yourself, it's a year it works. Nobody changes that. Why does it happen? Cause he got side effect from somewhere else, or your structure is wrong. Look at here, in developing softwares, you can't have all sites complete and without problem. That the product has a good performance, has a powerful security, has a well graphics, has a nice architecture, can press it or durable for a long time. And you should notice the team coordination, that they all code with a specific structure. Everybody has its own reason and they're all true. And implement the wanted business. Having all of these sides is difficult. Programmer's mind should only be on business. He shouldn't think about concepts. In this case, we should go for a framework, something that has time efficiency and cost efficiency, has the code reliability, has a long time durability. The product has high rank of quality, has a monolithic structure, has a production line. When you got a new project, we can do it with the production line, not like those who program start for doing completely for project. Cause after time we will face with problems. Every project has a special problem that will found rewriting. After a time we should rewrite that. Software architecture is not only dividing project in a few lines and have an add reference and pass this function of class to the rest. This is not framework, this is not architecture. Architecture is something more than that. It's not write a framework after reading Len Boss or Clean Architecture book. They told some concepts. Architecture is not only layout in a few lines, cause it's no different bring them to the folder. Just to call a function. Just to have add reference and call function. Architecture is the interaction between of your program components that can do this in best way and every part being its own, the mapping, the infrastructure, and many other concepts. And it's more than a thing which are in book. It need experience. But AUA as a structure is a fabulous architecture for developing web softwares. We have used this architecture in some project. About 8 of our project is based on this framework. That you can't write this framework overnight. No, we work on them, and some of our clients need this framework for their new projects. So we think to separate this framework, which been work of years, and release that as a new product. Cause it works well for years in different products. In this case, we use that a lot. Look guys, now the thing that we have to release for AUA is ASP.NET, MVC, .NET Framework and EF6, ASP.NET Core and Web API 3 that we have and we can release it. It is open source and not only you can use it for your project, but also it can be a perfect source for developing software. You yourself, if you want to write a framework, cause we have to bring different framework and know their usage for write our framework, and even we bought some of our product for knowing how to they write to implement their best practice. You can use AUA framework for every architecture. Even if it is CQRS, the context will be two. Your read or write will separate and the entities will separate. Or if it's microservice, your microservice can be AUA structure for every service or every model that written service. And on most important the best product which is in this domain is ASP.NET Template Boiler that I write on website here. That is working on this domain. I put it in 4 project boilerplate, and even now is working, and is a very good template and some of its part wrote perfectly. But somewhere we were limit of using foreign framework. In this case we had to have a framework, so it was a reason for making AUA. Look guys, Boiler works on graphics perfectly, but we don't pay attention to graphics a lot. It means your graphics, your UI can be Angular, React or Kendeo from UI's framework. We had a basic template for that. However, there is some good concepts in it, like how can we split concern, how your AUA's action should be. It has them, but we have it basically because we have a UI to present other things. but it's a structure mapping, services, generic. They're ready for developing, but you can choose to continue with UA, Angular, or React, and every UA that you like. When in our project we use Boiler, we didn't use its UA because its UA is very hard to use and it's something heavy on project. So we had to have a simple UA, even routing that with Bootstrap. Some of those projects with Bootstrap, but their core were Boiler core. We didn't use Boiler's UA. So we plan to have UA for client how to implement. In other parts, I will bring AUA structure for you, but notice sometimes I bring AUA and you see its usage and how does it implement, and in that second I go to Boiler and I say ASP.NET boilerplate done this work. And I don't judge which one is better or which one is good. If you have a picture of these concepts, you can understand which one is better and which one is wrong or which one is doing better. That we have the concepts here. Thanks for paying attention. I hope you the best.